Hello my friends, this is Casper the Boy Diviner here today, and today I'm gonna do my own tag. You know, I have never done my own tag before. I've seen many people starting tags, I've seen many people doing questions and show and tells with their own tags, and I'm following them and I'm doing their tags, and I realized, you know, there is something that is important to me that I don't know if it's important to everyone else, and I thought this would be a good tag to do. So today I'm starting my own tag, hashtag cardstock snob. So if you are a cardstock snob like me, you might want to share the decks that have the best shuffling experience, or the decks that have cardstock that you can't resist. And I have so many decks to share with you. The first three I want to share because there are three decks and I feel like their cardstock is all similar in a way. So let me start with the ORIENS Tarot. The ORIENS Tarot has lovely cardstock. Okay, so according to the site, it has a 330 GSM FSC cardstock with German premium black core and anti-scruff matte finish. Anti-scuff, not anti-scruff. You know, scruff. I guess you know, I like scruff too much. So this has a matte anti-scuff finish, and it's a 330 GSM with a German black core. It has holographic edging. Shuffling this makes me so happy. I don't know if you can hear that. I just dropped the card. Oh, anyway, shuffling this gives me joy. It feels so good. It smells good. You know, this deck smells good when you shuffle it. I feel like there's something about black core that really makes me want to shuffle it. And I really enjoy this deck. 330 GSM, which is thick enough and not too thick. At the same time, there are two other decks that have a similar feel to this, and the first one I want to talk about is the Spirit Keeper's Tarot by Annabelle Wen. This one has a lovely feel also, just a slightly thicker than the ORIENS Tarot deck. But it feels good. It feels almost, I mean, it feels better, to be honest. Just the little thickness feels better and it shuffles better to me, and I'm not sure why. I also feel like it has the same anti-scuff matte finish. I'm not too sure about that because Annabelle Wen doesn't talk about it. She just says that this is a matte finish, but I don't see this scuffing anytime soon like the ORIENS Tarot deck. It feels similar, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if it's from the same supplier. Yeah, but it feels nice. Okay, can you hear it? I don't know. It feels so good to shuffle. The other deck that is similar to this one is the Weird Cat Tarot. I know it's so funny because one deck is super esoteric, one deck is like pretty serious animal deck, and this one is the Weird Cat Tarot, which is really for fun. And this one has, so the Spirit Keeper's Tarot has a gold gilding, I forgot to talk about that. The Weird Cat Tarot has a pink gilding. But it feels the same as the SKT. Maybe even slightly thicker, but from what I have seen online, this is actually 350 GSM. She doesn't talk about the core, she doesn't talk about the finish, but based on how it shuffles, based on how I feel it shuffles, it is similar to the Spirit Keeper's Tarot. Can you see the sheen? Which is also that matte sheen, which is, I think, anti-scuff as well. That's so cute. What a cute card. So these three have one of my favorite tarot decks. If I ever make a tarot deck of my own, I feel like this finish, this black core, this 350 GSM will be something I pick for my own deck as well. Yeah, it feels so good. It feels so good, guys. Let me talk about one of my newer decks, which has a really strange finish, a really strange feeling when you shuffle it, but it shuffles so well, which is the I don't think it'll be a surprise because I raved about it if you watched it, but it's the TAROCCHI PERRIN. Okay, this deck is a reproduction. I don't even know if it has a finish. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know whether it's coated. It just really feels like paper. So I do feel like it might fade as time goes along. But shuffling it, oh, it's so light and fluffy. It feels fluffy, and in a good way. It feels effortless. Your shuffling feels effortless. There's a bit of resistance, which is good. Not a bad resistance. And I don't know how to describe it. It feels like you're shuffling clouds or something. How the cards interact with each other when you shuffle. It feels like there's a lot of air in between. Yeah, but this is one to really enjoy shuffling. Can you hear that? The sound is different from the rest. and it's really calming to shuffle this one. Okay, and this is the one. And then the next one I want to talk about is actually a linen deck. I know linen cardstock has so many detractors, has so many it's very polarizing. People hate or people love linen cardstock. So this is linen cardstock. I don't know if you can see the little bumps, but honestly it doesn't obscure the art at all. In fact, I feel like it adds to it. It adds a certain texture to it. I don't know, but this is the Carnival at the End of the World tarot deck, and it shuffles so well. It's slightly too big for my hands, to be honest, slightly, but it's manageable, and it shuffles like a dream. I've heard that the cardstock used here is also the same as the Pagan Other Worlds. Don't quote me on that, but it feels good. It feels good. It's a really good linen deck. Yeah, I feel like linen decks are really good for riffle shuffling for some reason. They really get together really well. And some people complain that linen cards don't stand up by themselves, but it's not so slippery that it would, you know, move around. I don't feel like it's that bad compared to some of the smooth cardstock that I have experienced. I forgot to take this one, but this is the next deck I want to talk about, and it's the Baba Studios Mythical Creatures Tarot. So this is a 330 gram, I think GSM, plain cardstock with a carbon inner layer. So it's a bit different from the black core. The feeling isn't as satisfying, I would say, as the Spirit Keeper's Tarot, as the PERRIN. I would say that it's similar to... My level of enjoyment is similar to the one... to the Carnival at the End of the World. Sorry, my brain is really not working today. But the feeling is roughly the same as that one. But I'm happy with it. It feels good when I'm shuffling it. And this one, the best thing is when you riffle shuffle it, the bend doesn't appear. So I have a feeling that the carbon inner layer really helps. And the thing is, the card is still very pliable. It's very flexible. And yet, it doesn't retain that shape, you know? It doesn't retain the bent nature. Because when I riffle shuffle cheaper cardstock, like mass market cardstock, it tends to bend permanently. So I have to riffle shuffle it with it facing up once in a while to make sure that the bend doesn't go too crazy. But this one doesn't have that issue, and this one feels good lah, to be honest. Like I can't say that it's worse than anyone. I like Baba's. This is my first Baba Studio deck. I've heard a lot about their cardstock, so I feel like maybe I had really preconceived notions. But this one feels so good. I wish I talked more about why shuffling is so important to me, but I haven't put that into words yet. I just feel like the tactile nature, as a diviner, as a tarot reader, the feeling you get while shuffling the deck is actually really important. It's not only the visuals, but you know, when you're shuffling a deck that is super thick, super hard to handle, you get distracted. You keep thinking about how difficult it is, or is a jumper, or is it just me shuffling badly? To be honest, I didn't used to feel... Oh my god, I just dropped all my cards. This is my wild note. I was going to talk about it. Where was I? I was saying that I didn't feel like cardstock was important before, but my second deck was the Line Strider, and I felt like it was a bit mushy. It's not the same as the other kin right now, okay? The first edition, the one I got, was mushy, it was weird, it was cardboardy. I still used it, I still liked the images, I just felt like I never really bonded with that deck. And then the only time when I found out what good cardstock really was when I got the Wild Unknown. And I would say, of course, it's not on the level of like some of the indie decks that I've shown today, but as a mass market deck, this one really does so well. I don't know what the GSM is. I don't think it's super thick, but the finish on this one is really good. I think it's a matte finish. It's lovely, but you see the printing had an issue with mine. Some of the borders were super thin, so I don't use this deck as much because of that few printing issues. But you see, it all comes together, right? It needs to have good cardstock, it needs to have good printing, it needs to have good art. And recently, more and more indie decks are hitting all the pluses for me. At the same time, maybe the minus is just the price, but you know, what can they do? What can I do? I need to support them, they need to support us, you know, by creating their art. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little show and tell, little ramble about all the decks that have lovely cardstock. Just to summarize, the ones that I shown today were the ORIENS Tarot, the SKT, the Weird Cat Tarot, the TAROCCHI PERRIN, Carnival at the End of the World, and the Mythical Creatures Tarot, with the honorable mention to the Wild Unknown for unleashing my mind to how important cardstock can be when you're doing divination. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys felt something. Let me know if you're doing this tag. I'll be more than happy to check your video out. I really will, because this is my first tag. I don't even know if anyone will join in, because most people feel like cardstock isn't super important. But hashtag I'm a cardstock snob, so I said that wrongly. I'm a cardstock snob. I'm a hashtag cardstock snob. So this is why I created this tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know, comment, tell me, talk to me. You guys have a great rest of the day. You take care. Bye.